Today, I will be doing the spot test challenge from Season 1, Episode 2. My name is Athena Mariah. I'm from California, and I make slow art. Since I'm obsessed with the show, The Great Pottery Throw Down, in this series, I will try some of the same challenges and see if I would make the cut to be top potter. This is my Great Pottery Slowdown. This spot test is all about testing your skills with surface design. I have 1.5 hours to make a cohesive design on 9 pre-made tiles. On your mark, get set, go. So in the show, they have a camera crew. They've got lighting. They've got that all set up. As far as that goes, it's just me and my husband. We set up the cameras, we set up the lighting and the mics and all of that. And it's really fun, you know, kind of being a little production. And then as far as the project, in the real show, they have all of these, with a spot test, when the contestants show up, it's a surprise. They don't even know what they're about to do. They've got the tiles already rolled out, but for me, I've had to watch the show. I obviously know what the challenge is going to be, and I have to take the time to prep everything. So I have to roll out the clay on the slab roller, and I have to measure the tiles and get them all ready before the timer is started. Okay, I have 1 hour and 30 minutes to sketch out my idea and create my tile design. On your mark, get set, go. Okay. When I thought about making a design for 9 tiles, I wanted it to be I want the tiles to be able to stand alone so that each tile looks nice individually, but then when you put them all together, it creates a pattern. So I'm thinking what I want to do is make it all one together and make it like a bird or a peacock or something. And I was thinking it would be really cool to do a bird because I love birds. And of course, peacocks have some of the most unique feathers. And if across the tiles, the peacock's feathers were each individual tile, but then in the middle had the little bird, even if you cut that all up, it would still look really cool. For my design, I will be making a peacock mosaic. I will use white clay to create a raised relief design on top of the brown tiles. So, for the most important step to get this really started is I need to take the white clay that I want to use over to the slab roller. And I really wanted to get that clay as thin as I could get it. That way I could use that thin sheet of white clay to create my peacock relief design. Okay, I have 1 hour left. Okay, so now I need to figure out how the heck I'm gonna do this. After I rolled the clay out and I brought it over to the table, I then had to measure it to make sure I knew where each section was gonna be cut out. I did find as I started cutting the bird out that the clay was really wet. I feel like I'm performing surgery. And this made the process of cutting it a little bit challenging. And it also made it to where it didn't quite look as neat as I would like it to be. And when I used the knife to feather the edges, you could really see that the clay would kind of stretch and pull, which made like transporting it from the board over to the tiles really difficult because it's so fragile. And with a time challenge, that's something that you're gonna face, is you're not gonna have time to let it become leather hard where the clay is stiffer and you could move it and manipulate it better. So now I need to go through my stamps and find out what the heck I'm gonna put on the side. I have these little clay stamps that I made, and so I used a couple different stamps to create a border all the way around the tiles. And I thought it would be really cute, since the peacock feather has a heart shape cut out of it, that I would use a heart stamp to stamp the edges of the tiles. So I brought different textures as far as material goes so that I could add that to the relief. So I used lace and I rolled it on top of the bird body, as well as some different lace over the feathers, just to create a nice texture pattern over it. I'm gonna have to really jam through this. So as the clock is running out, it's evident that my time management is just not working for me. And so one of the most important steps is doing your scoring and slipping, because I'm doing a raised relief design on the tiles. I have to get them stuck onto the tiles or they just fall off. And so, yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm cutting all of my peacock feathers out, but do I have enough time to score and slip them? So I'm starting to see that I'm getting into a panic now, because I ran out of time and I just had to score and slip them as quickly as I possibly could to just get them on there. I was stressing out. I did not leave myself enough time to do the slipping and scoring. I really had to rush through that part of the process, and I felt so stressed out. It was like so much pressure. I honestly felt like the time was going quicker than time really does go. I don't understand. I think maybe when you're counting down, time just speeds up. I don't know how that works, but I felt so much pressure and stress in those last 20 seconds. 19, 18, 16, 9, 8, 7, 6. This is going fast. 3, 2, 1. Maniacal laugh. I can't believe I finished. Okay. Oh, I want to keep fixing it. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. Oh, and they say hands off. I want to fix it so bad. But you know what? I'm done. I did it. It's a little bit funny looking. Technically, you can't take the tiles apart because I didn't cut them. So anyway, I did it. I finished my very first spot test. Now, comparing to the other contestants in the show, how would my 9 set of tiles stack up to what they did? The brief was to make a cohesive design. I made a design. I think one of the things that the judges would probably point out is the fact that my time management was not that great, and I did not end up cutting my design to the tiles. So technically, you would not be able to take these tiles apart. So I definitely think that would be a mark against me. I thought that my design idea was good, but the execution, because of time management, not so much. But overall, it's still a pleasing design, and if it was fired in the kiln, it could turn out really cool with the contrast of colors. That's what I was going for. But would it be good enough to put me as the top potter, the winner of this challenge? I don't know. The contestant that won this challenge did a really, really good job, and his tiles were just neat as a pin. These are not neat as a pin, so I don't really think I would have been number one in this challenge. Was it bad enough to be last? I don't know. I kind of like the design, but it is messy. It's definitely messy. So I might be towards the bottom, realistically. But that's okay. It was a lot of fun. It was my first spot test challenge, and I don't know. I don't think it's good enough to make Keith cry. No. But I did maniacally laugh, and it felt like I laughed for like 10 minutes straight when the timer went off, because it's just a mess. But anyway, this was fun. Thank you for watching my little show. Please be sure to subscribe so that you could catch the next episode. Also, stop by my website, hardshellslimysnail.com, to see what goodies I have for sale. And if you happen to have $2 to spare, please stop by my Patreon page and become a part of the Hard Shell Slimy Snail Club. And you might win some free stuff. All the links are listed below. Bye.